I might get some slack for saying this, but you don't have to be vegan. Alright, there's nobody forcing it down your throats. It's perfectly legal to pay somebody to slaughter animals for your meals. Nothing is going to happen to you if you are not vegan, if you do not have the label vegan. I know so many people want to claim that vegans are trying to force their agenda down their throat. No, we are just sharing our opinion online. No different than a liberal or a conservative sharing their opinion online. Veganism is just another social justice movement that includes the animals. It's not just anthropocentric, focusing around humans. My whole point of this video is that definitions matter, okay? People always want to cry and play the victim, saying that vegans are too this, too that we are policing other vegans and how they should live their lives. And it can be true to an extent. But I find that a lot of this discourse is coming from people who aren't even vegan in the first place. Maybe they consider themselves vegan, but definitions matter, okay? What is the definition of veganism? To live as practicably as possible without exploiting animals, which includes animal products. All animal products are exploitative. Vegans want to cry when they're getting attacked by the vegan community for wearing leather, for purchasing wool, or consuming honey. Those things are not vegan. And then when a vegan comes and tells you that, people want to lose their minds and be like,
oh, see, this is why nobody wants to be vegan. See, you guys are just too extreme.
Like, if the definition doesn't apply to you, you don't have to use it. Just say you're plant-based. It's okay to be plant-based. Should everybody be vegan? Is the question. Yes, everybody should be vegan. But do you have to be vegan? No. There is no law in place that protects farm animals. There are barely any laws in place that protect animals in general from the abuse of humans. So it's fine, you know, if it doesn't apply to you, you don't have to use the term. You don't have to claim that you are part of a community that you are not a part of. It's fine. Like, I know people are gonna say, oh, this is hurting the vegan movement. We need people to be able to make small steps towards becoming vegan. And I would like everybody to be vegan. I would love for the world to be vegan. But I feel like it also hurts the movement when people are claiming to be things that they're not. And then this is why we have your regular Joe Schmo asking you if you eat fish when you tell them you're vegan. If you eat fish, you are not vegan. If you are wearing animal leather, if you are wearing wool, if you're eating honey, if you're eating dairy, it is not vegan. I'm not gonna say I'm a conservative because I don't apply to that group. I don't fit into that group. I'm not gonna say that I'm a white person because I'm very obviously not a white person. Definitions matter. And all of this watering down of the vegan community is very disheartening. It's very disheartening because then what do definitions and labels mean anymore? I could simply say that I am an Asian. I'm a Chinese person. Even though I'm clearly not. It's like, well, why have definitions? Why have labels if they don't even apply to you? And it's okay to be label free as well. You can claim to not eat any animal products but still wear them. That's plant-based. That's not vegan. If plant-based doesn't suit you either, then that's fine. You don't have to use any of the labels. But just stop using labels that don't apply to you. I probably will put on my thumbnail here, Gets Marie Johansson. Honestly, her video was what inspired this video in the first place. I didn't really plan on making a video after I watched the video, but it was very disheartening to me because said vegan is okay with animal testing. How can you be vegan and be okay with animal testing? Blows my mind. And her reasoning was because it helps humans, you know, and that could be applied to many different things. Many things that are unethical can help people out. Doesn't mean that we should be advocating for them or saying that I'm okay with it because people were helped with it. That's another form of speciesism. And at this point, I don't even know if the vegan label applies to me anymore because people, they're watering it down. What does being vegan mean anymore if it means that people can go out, buy leather, wool, and eat honey and dairy? Like, what's holding us back now from including eating meat in the label? Just go back to being vegetarians. The term vegan means nothing anymore. Like, at this point, I'm thinking just calling myself anti-speciesist because apparently animal testing is vegan now. Apparently wearing leather is vegan now. Oh, the vegan community is so out of hand. Oh, the vegan community, you're so moral, so focused on perfection. Like, yeah, there are gray areas. If there's medication you can't get anywhere else that will save your life, we're gonna say take the medication. Why would we tell you to stop taking medication that literally is keeping you alive? If all you can afford is clothes from the thrift store and you can't afford to buy a good pair of vegan leather shoes, then I'm not gonna be on your ass about you buying leather because that's the only thing that you can afford. But Gitsmeri, whatever, how do you ever pronounce her name? Gitsmeri has almost 200,000 subscribers, and you're telling me she can't afford to buy a pair of shoes from Will Vegan Store. Will's Vegan Store, who focuses on environmentalism and sustainability as well as animal rights and ethics. They have great quality. I've had a pair of hiking boots from this site for over a year now that are holding up pretty well. They're still waterproof, they're comfortable, they do the fucking job. I have plenty of stylish boots from Dr. Martens because they have a vegan line, which I will be doing my whole guide to because I think it would be fun. Plenty of vegan shoes that are affordable, and say you can't afford to buy them new because I'm not gonna lie, Will's Vegan Store does have some pricey items. A lot of the items, shoes are starting at $100, and that's okay. In my opinion, that's reasonable if they're gonna last a long time and I don't have to pay for animal exploitation and it goes to a good cause. But say you can't afford that. You can go to Depop, you can go to Mercari, you can go to Poshmark, bunch of secondhand sites, maybe even ThreadUp might have something that you're looking for, and buy them for half the price that they were listed at. And then you also, on top of that, don't cause demand for new products to be made, so that lowers your carbon footprint. And for some of you who hate buying plastic, you don't end up causing demand for said plastic either. And so it's a win-win situation. No animals harmed. And you do not have to be wearing or commodifying the lives of animals. I feel like people really want to be victimized in this situation. You are not the victim. The animals are the victim. And again, going through this with logic on if we would start wearing human skin, people would look at you like you're crazy.
But animal skin is fine. It's fine. We've been doing it for thousands of years. And also, vegan shoes suck. So I'm going to continue to wear leather. Fuck the rest of you vegans. You guys are way too controlling. And see, this is why nobody wants to be vegan.
Even though, technically, I wasn't really vegan in the first place. You don't have to be vegan. You don't have to be vegan. Preferably, you would be. Ideally, the world would be. And you likely should be. At least plant-based. Considering the climate crisis. Considering that animal agriculture is one of the major causes of deforestation. Cutting up land in South American countries so that we can have cattle. Soy for cattle. Well, we could just be eating the soy ourselves. Because feeding animals to feed people is a very inefficient transfer of calories. It doesn't make sense. It's not a very efficient way to transfer calories, but that's fine. Have your meat. Nobody's gonna take it away from you. Have your leather. Nobody's gonna take it away from you. But yeah, you can go out and cry and say,
the vegan community is vilifying me. The vegan community is way too strict.
You don't have to be vegan. If a tag doesn't apply to you, you don't have to use it. not gonna sit here and say that I am a part of the natalist community when I don't want people to be having babies. Definitions matter. That is my point. Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming to my TED Talk. Hope that you have considered going vegan. I don't care if you think that vegans are too preachy, or if they're too focused on perfection, or if they think that they're better than everybody else because they have morals. A lot of us don't think we're better than people. I mean, to the animals, we 100%ly would be considered better. Think about it. If you were stuck in a factory farm, sitting in your own shit every day, and there were people outside working towards making sure that you don't have to have that experience anymore, are you going to prefer the vegans or people who are paying for you to be there in the first place? Morally, yes. Vegans are better. I don't go around saying that I am better than you. That would be counterproductive. If people who are using phones want to pretend that vegans using phones are doing worse than you because we're simply advocating for animals to not be treated like shit, that's fine. You can merge in with the rest of the 98% of the population. It's fine. Nothing is going to happen to you. You don't have to be a part of a community that you don't that you don't fit into. It's like a white person showing up to a black girls meetup. Like, you're not black. It's okay. But you're not black. And it's just like, I don't know if other communities have to do with this as well, but it's just the vegan community where we're like forced to take a welfareism stance because then everybody else is not gonna go vegan. Nobody is going to go vegan anyways. Like, there's a point of being delusional where like you have to be delusional to get through life in some way or some form. Like, there's a level of being delusional that is required to get through life, to want to be here. And I don't want to be here. But that's a different story. Anyway, yeah, we have to be partially delusional, and there is hope. I do have hope for a better future for animals and for humans. But I'm not delusional about the state of the world. Okay, we're still out here killing each other as human beings. It's like no wonder that we can barely, like, people can barely fathom not treating animals like shit, like property, like something that's here for us. We have people who are not even religious freaking defending that animals were put here for us. According to who? Jesus? God? And why would God or Jesus want that again, please? Let me hear it. Yeah. So you're saying that he created these animals that feel pain in order to be slaughtered by us, when he could have just made sure that they don't feel pain? Because unless you're delusional, you would understand that animals do feel pain, very obviously, especially if you're a pet owner. But, you know, anything to keep eating your meat, it's whatever. Again, you don't have to be vegan. You can ignore the community. It's only 2% of the goddamn population anyways. I don't understand why you're upset by such a minority. Like, people are upset about the trans community, and I think they're even smaller than the vegan community at this point. Why are people so upset over minorities? We're minorities. We have much bigger problems. Go put your focus on mass shooters. Go put your focus on people not being able to afford healthcare, because that literally applies to most people here in America. Put your focus on people not being able to access mental health care, therapy, medication for said mental illnesses. Like, there are so many other things that are like bigger than people like me who don't want you to be commodifying animals in any shape or form.
Oh, the vegans are coming for me. They're coming for me. Oh, see, this is why nobody wants to be vegan. The vegan community is too absolute. The vegan community is too strict. There's no room for gray areas.
We have a few gray areas, but really, like, I don't understand why, like, you can't wrap your head around, but we don't approve of animal testing. We don't approve of wearing animal products. We don't approve of buying animal products. Really, if it's an animal product, do not touch it. Straightforward as it gets. If it's an animal product and your life doesn't depend on it, do not touch it. Do not advocate for it.
Oh, I guess I'm not a perfect vegan then. The vegan community says I'm not a perfect vegan because I'm buying leather.
leather is an animal product, therefore not vegan. It's as simple as that. I think the only gray area I would say is that if you had owned some of these animal products before you made the jump to go vegan, that's fine. I have a friend who still has like a feather pillow. The point is to not keep buying into these products, to keep buying into these systems. Just from now on, don't buy any more animal products. Some vegans want to throw out all like the leather and the animal products they had, and that's cool too. Just start slowly transitioning towards having a whole wardrobe with no animal products. But don't buy anything new, don't buy it used either. The one thing with thrifting is that yes, it doesn't go, you're not giving the money to the original manufacturer, the original company. You're not giving demand to said company. But that leather product could be bought by somebody else who is looking for a leather product. So now you're taking away their options and doing something that's not vegan, and then complaining when vegans are telling you it's not vegan. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. If it comes from an animal, it's not vegan. People want to create all these quote-unquote gray areas or say that vegans are extremists for saying that a product is not vegan when it's not vegan. If you want to buy animal products, just don't label yourself as vegan. There's no vegan police. Nobody's gonna come for you. You can fit in well with the environmentalist group if that's your thing. A lot of people think that environmentalism equals veganism. They are not the same thing. While yes, having a plant-based diet is great for the environment. And yes, while leather is terrible for the environment, honestly, I have found out so many things like about animal products. Like just in general, animal products are not good for the environment. But environmentalists think that buying animal leather is better than buying plastic. And I'm not pro-plastic either. Other than my shoes, I don't buy plastic. I focus on biodegradable, microplastic-free clothing. I'm wearing a pair of like cotton fleece, 100% cotton fleece joggers. I only buy cotton sweaters or bamboo or linen. I don't buy plastic. And a lot of time, the two do feed into each other, but they're not synonymous. Because environmentalists will like to argue that,
oh, leather is better for the environment, so I'm gonna buy leather, okay? Fuck your plastic. I don't care if it comes from an animal, it's better for the environment.
They are very close together and they can go together. I was an environmentalist before I went vegan, but I'm not out here buying animal leathers trying to justify why I am vegan but still buy animal leathers. Buying animal products is not vegan, especially when you do not need it, especially when you can afford to buy sustainable vegan products that do not come from animals. Anyway, people are going to continue to victimize themselves, continue to shit on the vegan community for being a vegan community. It's like me being part of an anti-racist community, and I'm like, what if I'm just a little bit racist? Is a little bit of racism okay? What does anti-animal exploitation mean to you? You're either for it or you're not. Even just a little bit of animal exploitation is you supporting animal exploitation. I know humans are not perfect, and I know that we have been around for 300,000 years, and we're still a pretty stupid fucking species, but hey, just don't be mad at people trying to tell you that what you're doing is not falling underneath the definition. You don't have to be vegan. It doesn't apply to you, and you don't want to stop buying animal products. That's your choice. Nobody's coming for you. The only people who probably vilify you are vegans because, again, vegans are a minority and we want all forms of animal exploitation to stop. You can go and fit in with the rest of the population, be normal, and you can go out and live a normal life. Most of the population doesn't give a shit. So stop complaining about vegans, complaining about you, claiming to be vegan when you're not. When the actions that you are portraying, the things that you are defending are not vegan. Just find another label. Damn. I don't care if you want to give me some bullshit in the comments. Go ahead, comment. Actually. It drives engagement. Oh, the vegans. Oh, the vegans are vilifying me. The extremists are coming for me. I know I said I was vegan, but I do a lot of non-vegan things, and the vegans are saying that it doesn't apply to me. It's like if a leftist started saying that immigrants are not deserving of rights, human rights, the leftists are gonna say, bro, you're not leftist. Go find another movement. You don't fit into this. If the definition doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply. Like, you don't have to make a big move about it. Either start making sure your actions align with the definition, or go find another term for you that actually fits. Welfarism has not been working well for the vegan community. I'm just saying. But also, there's never been a better time to be vegan, so, I will be making a video on how to find vegan shoes. But like I said, you could find them secondhand off of Depop, Mercari, even find them in thrift stores sometimes, from brands like Zara and Forever 21. You don't have to be buying animal products, especially if it's not medication. Screw me though, I'm just an extremist vegan though. Just a militant vegan. Hurting the movement because you don't want to speak up for welfarism. And you don't want me to... You're not gonna be okay with me buying some jeans with a leather patch on it, even though there's so many other jeans I could be buying that don't have a leather patch. But I really like this pair, and I don't really need this, but you guys should stop victimizing me, even though I'm victimizing myself, and the vegan community is too extreme. Maya out.